Welcome back to Hard4Games, everybody. I'm your host, Tony, and today we have something very special, courtesy of developer Jeff. So what we have here is absolutely one of a kind. It is the only one known to exist. The others have likely been destroyed, and he was generous enough to allow us to take a look at it. So without further ado, I hope you all enjoy the pre-alpha PlayStation Vita prototype. Here we have the earliest known version of the PlayStation Vita. This is a pre-alpha. This is super early. It's a screen, it's a board, it's a bunch of USB cables taped and wrapped together, and these two units are just sort of taped together here. It's a Cronenbergian mess of a system, but that's what you get when you get super early hardware. So at the time, this was known as the PlayStation Portable 2, not the PlayStation Vita. It had not been officially branded yet. And this particular device was what was sent to the first-party developers who ultimately created the launch titles for the Vita. The earliest Vita games were created on a device like this. How it worked is you would plug this monstrosity of USB cables into your host PC. You would plug in a DualShock 3 because, as you can see, there are no buttons or inputs anywhere, and basically you would utilize a host PC to execute commands and develop your games for the PS Vita. So in fact, this is so early that the software that was utilized on the host PC that this would be connected into to work is earlier than anything that has currently been preserved. So that's unfortunate. We can't really get this thing up and running properly. It is just so incredibly early and rudimentary. The unit itself is powered by a PlayStation Portable charger. This is an LCD screen, and it does have some touch functionality on the back here. And thank goodness it says sample, not for sale, because otherwise I would have thought that this was a final retail-ready product. Now, unfortunately, this is the only one known to currently exist, because as you can imagine, those first-party devs probably didn't want something as flimsy as this lying around their offices. So it is assumed that most of these units were destroyed. Which, of course, sucks for us as collectors and preservationists, but makes a lot of sense when you think about it. You wouldn't really want to be, maintaining this in your office. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Normally at the end of episodes, I'll hold up whatever doohickey I happen to be talking about, but I am just too scared of that to hold it. It is so, seemingly fragile and nonchalantly put together. It terrifies me, unfortunately. I don't want anything to happen to it. But that said, I hope that you all enjoyed the episode today. Unfortunately, we can't really do much more with it because the software that you're supposed to utilize with it is seemingly lost to time. Not that I can develop for the Vita or develop at all, so I would probably be able to show you the UI and a couple of things and tests and stuff, but it's not like I'd be able to really do a deep dive into it anyways. But hopefully that does surface at some point. At the very least, we have the hardware to take a look at now, which is really nice. So again, big thank you to developer Jeff for sending that my way, and if you want to check out more of his very unique and often wacky collection, make sure to follow him on Twitter because he posts everything over there. But aside from that, do really appreciate you all watching. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell if you're into this type of content. We also have a Patreon if you're feeling so inclined, but regardless, we do just appreciate you watching the videos. So thank you again, and we'll see you all next time.